Okay, in this question, part A, we're given some algebra to simplify, square out the bracket, collect terms, should be 2 easy marks. We're going to need that result in part B. Part B gives us a quadratic equation, kicks off with a show that question. So remember that in a show that question, the algebra in this part is your end point, so ignore it completely in getting started. Your starting point is the fact that this horrible looking quadratic has got real roots. Real roots should trigger in your mind something to do with the discriminant. Can you remember the formula for the discriminant from chapter 1? It's b squared minus 4ac. But don't just stop at b squared minus 4ac. Think about what that must be in relation to 0. Set up a complete statement about it. So for real roots, does it have to equal naught? Is it something else in relation to naught? It's going to be an inequality sign. Put the correct sign in there before you start putting in for b, a and c. b, a and c are the coefficients of x squared, x and the constant. So a is all of that stuff in front of the x squared. B is that bracket there, and this is c. Set up b squared minus 4ac, including what it is in relation to naught. Simplify, that's where you're going to need this. And eventually, after quite a number of steps, alright, you'll end up here with the correct inequality sign if you go through the steps one at a time. Don't try and explain that one to begin with. Don't leave it out and then try and put it in at the end. You need your inequality sign from the very word go. That's 5 marks. The last 3 marks here, you don't have to have done B1 to do. It's a hence question. Here's your starting point. It's an inequality, a quadratic one, that is already factorized. So use your normal method for a quadratic inequality. In other words, use a graph. This will help you spot the critical points on that graph, shade the bits you want, and then write down the range or ranges of value of k that you want.